Now, well, let me tell my audience, I met you on LinkedIn. No, I met you first through a YouTube video that was shared somewhere, and then I found your name and called you. Okay,
Wow.
Got in touch with you on LinkedIn.
Wow.
So I've been following you.
Wow.
And last Sunday, you posted something about innovation, which I want to read, okay, to my audience, and then I will ask you a question about that. Where do I have it somewhere? Let me share. Now, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. So your post, this is your post on last Sunday. Okay, it says, if wishes are horses, beggars will ride. We cannot wish Africa into prosperity. We cannot wish poverty, unemployment, unproductivity, corruption, and bad leadership away. We need something practical to replace them with, okay? And we all agree that Africa is lacking enough of innovation to help her maximize her potential. The kind of innovation we need in Africa is what I call innovation at scale. The scale of innovation we need is the kind where on every street on the continent, someone is seeing a problem and converting it into an opportunity without expecting an imaginative character called the government to fix every problem that exists. But innovation does not come from the sky. Neither does it happen in a vacuum. There is a recipe and a process to it. In this article, I share 3 core ingredients that are necessary for innovation to be developed, and I hope we are able to ask the right questions that will lead us to the right answers. Now, that's the post, and then of course at the end of that is the article. I read it. Now, the question I want to ask you is this. Just like that first video I watched, okay? You sound like a little bit like a libertarian, okay? Yeah, that's one thing. See, I guess every serious person has some of that, okay? We believe that we are in charge of our lives at one time, okay? Anyway, why do you think we tell ourselves these fantastic stories rather than deal with facts on the ground when we encounter difficulties? Okay, for example, we have a lot of churches in Nigeria.
Okay.
And our people pray Sunday. They do evening service on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yet they still have the same problem. And it hasn't occurred to them that, hi, can fix some of this.
Yeah.
God has his own to fix. Okay. But I believe God is waiting for you to take the right steps. Why do you think we have this behavior? Because for me, until we start doing the right thing, we'll be in the same space in another 30 years.
Exactly. Yes. I think you are very right. There's a comment I made in that my post where I said the kind of innovation we need is what I call innovation at scale.
At scale, yes.
There are innovators in Africa. There are people who are breaking the grounds with innovation, but we are few. Let me use the word because I consider myself in that category.
Okay.
Because people who see a problem and say, I will fix this.
Yes.
I saw a problem in education and I said, I'm going to fix it.
And you're fixing it.
And I'm fixing it.
Yeah.
And there are people like that in different industries. The problem is we are very few. Which is why I said the innovation that will take Africa out of poverty is innovation at scale, where people are able to do that stuff at every level. So there is a problem in a neighborhood, and some boys decide we're going to fix this problem and convert it into a solution. In my academy, the STEM academy I run, our vision is very simple. Each of our students should launch their first startup before 16.
Wow.
It's on our website. If you go there, that's the first thing you see on the website.
Yes, I saw it.
That is you will see that. I mean, it's on our t-shirt, it's everywhere. 16, before 16, they should launch their first startup and start solving a problem and start contributing to the economy. But you see, it's good to say these things. But like I said, why I was able to bring out the article, why I brought out 3 ingredients for innovation is that while we are saying people should become innovative, if those 3 things are not available at scale, you cannot have innovation at scale. Number 1 of them I talked about was expertise.
Yes.
Which you were coming from earlier. You just talked about biology, medicine, and everything. You cannot innovate without being an expert at something.
Of that field, yeah.
Yes. So when people have not built expertise at something, and I consider education to be our ground zero. Ekene, the education we have, not just in Nigeria, in Africa, is an education system that promotes memorization and remembering above thinking and creativity.
Yeah.
Once you can remember in fact, the goal of people going to school is to remember. 9 major planets, I count them: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars.
I don't know
their length. I mean, what value is that information to you? Why do I need to know how long River Nile is? It's available on Google in 1 second. Things that have no value. And so we have that. And so education, I talk about expertise. 1, the reason why a lot of people have the time to be, I used to drive to my office Thursday morning. I would see people in church on the road praying Thursday morning. I'm like, we say we are not a productive country. See the people that should be producing gathered under a roof. I am a Christian. I believe in worship. I believe in going to church, but not on a Monday morning, for crying out loud. We need to be productive. Work. But you see, people cannot produce when they don't even know what to do. Why is unemployment very high in Nigeria? It's because of our education system. People go out there. I employ lots of people. In my businesses cumulative, the school or that I run, I think I employ directly about 140 people. Direct employment.
Wow. That's huge, man. Congrats, man. Wow.
Now, I wish I could do more, but sometimes even at that, with the growth we're having, I interview lots of people. I see lots of applications, and I just wonder, people come to me and I ask them 1 or 2 questions, and you see the problem, they are not thinking.
Yeah.
They are not thinking, which is why number 2 on that thing is called creative thinking skills. Number 1, expertise. Number 2, creative thinking. Yes, you studied chemistry. You can do periodic table and hydrocarbons and how all of those chemicals combine. Excuse me. Creatively think of how that thing can solve a problem. We have a water problem, water pollution. How does your chemistry convert to water pollution? Somebody studied engineering and we don't have light in the house, and he cannot even figure it out because he doesn't understand how electricity moves from one source to the other. So why I said this, which is why I said, I hope that we get to the point where we start asking the right questions so that we have the right answers. There is something fundamentally wrong with the education we get. Until we address that, we will not get to that point. Creativity, expertise, and then when people have the expertise, are they even willing? Now we have creative people who are thinking, who are experts. The lack of motivation is what has caused what we call Japa movement. They are going because they don't have the will to stay back and build anything. Let me tell you the truth. I've had multiple opportunities to leave this country. Multiple. My wife is a professional. My wife has job offers from universities in the US. In fact, one of them was undated. They undated the offer and sent that to her. When you make up your mind, come. I have the email, the letter with me. So, but you see, for me and for us, everybody building here, there is a motivation factor. Something is pushing us. Something is. And so when that motivation is not there, even those who are experts, who think creatively, they'll simply carry themselves to go elsewhere. Now, that motivation, you don't want to know how hard building a business.
No, see, I know. Yeah, I've not done it, but I have a lot of people doing it. Okay, very good friends of mine, and I know how hard it is. Okay,